Hello, in this video, we're going to talk about the null operator. Null, N-U-L-L, means data that's not present. It's not there. It's unknown. Don't confuse null with zero or spaces. Null does not mean zero, and null does not mean spaces. Zero is an actual value, and spaces is actually a value. It's a hexadecimal 40 behind the scenes. So null is not an empty string. It's not spaces or zeros. It means the value is not there. So you can check that whether a value is there or not there in SQL by using the null operator. When you declare or define columns, you can also specify whether that value can be null or not. So if you look over here let's look at the orders table, you can see each value states whether, or each column states whether the value can be null or not null. If it says not null, that means you can't even insert nulls into the column. When you perform an insertion, you have to have a value there. So you can also search or check that a column is null or not null. So here's the syntax. You would do a select. In this case, we're selecting from the orders table, and we're going to retrieve all the columns. So we're checking for card numbers that are null. Now you can look at this card number field here in Object Explorer, and you can see that card number is not null. That means we can't even insert a null value there. So that means we are not going to return any result set. So there will be no records when we run this. There are no records that are null. So most often the null operator is used to check if a column is not null. So before we do that, let's go ahead and find a value that can be null. So in this case, ship date can be null. I know, well, look at Object Explorer again. We see that ship date allows null values. So we're going to assume someone inserted a null value for ship date. That just means the item has not been shipped. If a ship date is null, there's no date present in that column, but that would mean the item has not yet been shipped. So we're going to select that, and you can see what the result set actually looks like when there are null values there. Okay, so now, as I was saying, it's most often used to check when a column is not null. So let's go ahead and run one of those. And I already have it coded here. I just need to make it active. So again, we're using the orders table. We're selecting all the columns, and we're getting all card numbers where card number is not null. Well, that's going to return every card number, because if you look over here in Object Explorer, card number cannot be null. So that's going to return every order. And we have 41 orders on our orders table. But if we found a value, let's see, that could potentially be null, well, so we'll do ship date again. So where ship date is not null, that means there's going to be a ship date present, meaning the order has been shipped. And these orders have been shipped. Okay, so that's the null operator.